something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. Hope you had the time of your life. Wake me up when September ends. It's like Green Day all of a sudden, huh? Yeah. Quiz show. So most people, well, some people that I knew had were trust fund babies, right? That went to Harvard and Yale and Oxford, and they were the Hunter Bidens of the world. Right? You had everything. You had everything in your pocket, in your corner, didn't you? Some of the people still fucked it up, anyways. I guess that's a George Carlin line. They had every opportunity in the world, they still fucked it up. It's hilarious. It really is. Yeah. Some people realized their privileged position in society, and they used it well. And they took that grandmother's trust fund, 200,000 to half a million, $1 million plus, and they went to school and they made something proper of themselves and made big families and had a good old time. Yeah. But most people don't have that kind of deal, do they? No. They're the people that I saw this beautiful girl one time, Austin, Texas. It was 20 years ago. There's a lot of beautiful girls near a college. Okay, they're just gonna be in a college city, a college town, basically. It's not a pure. It used to be a bigger college town when it was smaller, but now it's more, big gluttonous things. So it's not so like elite anymore because everybody moved there. So the I saw this beautiful brunette. She was so sexy, and she was like, "I'm on my second shift." And see, that's the girl like working so hard through college. That's the inspiration, not the trust fund guys, not the trust fund girls, not the heiresses, not the Paris Hiltons of the world. I'm talking about people who are fucking just, earning it for real, like out there busting ass, working those triple shifts at the fucking restaurant, Papacitos in this case. So she was hot and still kept her tit weight. She still had her was bootylicious even though she was working so hard. I bet. Where do you think she is at in 20 years now? Since she waited at a table on you, I think she's probably has a nice American dream. I bet she has like 5 kids and she has little ones. She has a great job. She has a great husband. I bet it's all wonderful. Really. I mean, if her life worked out, I don't know because I don't know her name. Uh, there was that one moment in time. So a quiz show 9 September 2nd, 2022. I'm going to reveal the answers. It's after 2 o'clock. The game has closed. So this is all okay. Game starting, but I wrote all the questions down. So I want to win the five or have a shot at the $5,000. So now the game's up. Now you can't play no more. No more. No more. It's like a Phil Collins song now. It's like no more. What do you like about music? It's what's not to like about it? It's like that beautiful woman. What is not to like about it? It's like oxygen. What's not to like about it? I really enjoy it. Water. I really enjoy that for some reason. Yeah. Biden's anti-MAGA attack. Oh boy. Ooh, those MAGA people are really just ooh. Oh. All those magnificents. All those ultra MAGA megas. Whew, those mega magas. For Halloween, I'll be MAGA Man instead of Mega Man. I'll get they have the one that's the regular is the Blue Bomber, which is Mega Man from the Japanese Rock Man from Japan, and then known to American audiences from the Nintendo Entertainment System as Mega Man. And it came out in 1987. It's when my cousin came out, right? It's kind of like my brother. He turns 35 this coming Tuesday. And I said, yeah, he could run for president now, but he just likes to play with his toys and stuff. He's boys like their toys, you know. Boys will be boys. He's yeah, he's man. Ever since my cousin was little, dude, he just loves fucking skateboards and bicycles. And I remember going on some adventures with him when he was like 15. We'd go like in the city and go on some fucking rad ass adventures, just riding our bicycles around downtown. And it was dangerous, and the people hated our guts, and we were skating, and just we had this big truck, and we just go out and just fucking ride. And it's fucking dangerous as fuck, but it was super fun though. I guess that's the point. If it's not dangerous, then it's not fun, right? It's like if there's no risk of personal injury and death, then it's just not fun. That's why people do it, to get that high. They get that life high. They get that adrenaline rush, you know. Now you don't want a bad adrenaline rush, like crash your truck and you're fighting for your life, like where your body's adrenaline is over pumping and you're just like struggling to get to safety, you know, bleeding to death and shit like that. But you like the thrill of like the excitement of it though, the wind sailing and the parasailing and jumping out of the plane and riding fast in a vehicle. You know, ripping up the fucking Texas countryside with the four wheeler. And yeah, dude, like get your born to be wild, get on the fucking hog and just put on that crotch rocket, blow that bad boy down the street. People love that shit, dude. So ain't nothing changed in that game. Um, so the question number one is how many wings will the winner of the U.S. National Buffalo Wing Eating Contest Championship eat in 12 minutes? So I put 240 to 259. Miko Sadu, Mickey Sadu, or whatever her name is. Um, she's Japanese, obviously, an Asian woman, and she out ate Joey Chestnut, the usual champion. How do they do it? Yeah, you usually don't see guys with like man tits and super obese and shit doing these contests, right? It's usually skinny people. It's skinny men or women. Why? Because they're starving themselves. That's why. Okay, they have to fast so they don't get high cholesterol and die of a stroke or heart attack, and they have to watch their blood pressure and cholesterol when they're eating like copious amounts of food. Because a human being is supposed to just eat when you're hungry, hydrate for health, stuff like that. You're not supposed to really be like pigging. So these guys have to train, like an astronaut has to train in 10 years to go to space or whatever in the pool, doing zero G and all this stuff. Make sure they don't freak out up there. Because it'd probably be easy to freak out in space. You know what I mean? It's like there's no gravity. It's a strange environment. You know, it's like got to be easy to just freak out because you're gonna freak out because it's the whole fucking universe, dude, and you're just this one little fucking insignificant life form in a universe that wants to kill you, and that's it. A universe that doesn't care about your existence. That's totally without mercy. This dark, I mean, not dark, it's not all dark and black, but it's just this void of eternity of the heavens and in between are places, but like our planet and our species, but there's millions of worlds out there, millions and millions of billions of stars, millions of galaxies, billions of galaxies, billions of planets, trillions of planets. And who knows what's out there? And it's just danger and death just waiting, and excitement over every single horizon. And so that's what the astronauts have to get trained not to freak out about. Because you might see some freaky ass fucking shit out there. I mean, you think this world is wild? Yeah, yeah. You see a dolphin, an alligator, elephants, okay, some lizards and snakes, a hurricane. Yeah. Somebody gives you a bad attitude one day. Maybe somebody tries to kill you. I don't know, but it's not really compared to out in the universe. You can't hold a candle to it. There's no comparison. It's totally incredible. So A lot of people think that people can't eat 250 chicken wings, but the data, the Buffalo Chicken Wing Eating Contest says that people can eat that much. But I have a photographic eidetic memory. I'm a photographic eidetic memory savant. I'm like a DVR. I can rewind the movie and tell you exactly what happened. Okay. Tom fucked Clara. Clara got a shotgun, blew Tom's head off. I can tell you the story, and the characters in the story, and I can even detail. Well, Tanya had big tits, and Clara had big tits, or Clara had a nice ass. I can tell you stuff like that, or Clara had warts. So I don't know. It was kind of nasty looking. I can tell you Tom was about 6 foot. He had brown eyes, and I could tell you the whole fucking every detail, every little component. But I can't tell you one thing, which is what the future. So the success of gambling is predicated on the fact that people cannot tell the future. You do not have a Back to the Future time machine like Biff Tannen, so you can't go steal the sports almanac from 2019 and head back to or 2015 or whatever, and you can't head back to 1985 and make a fortune with the. If I was psychic and a prophet, I could like I would be broadcasting this from my own pool, like Mar-a-Lago style, with like hot Slovenian Romanian bitches everywhere and shit. So because I can't tell the future, well, hence no pool, no bitches, no mansion right now. Not hot Romanian butt naked girls running everywhere. Yeah, you just want one special girl for your heart, right? Yeah, of course. It's only really meant. I mean, you can have sex with many, but at the end of the day, it's really comes down to one, doesn't it? At the end of the so that's who you want to like marry and have children with and all that stuff. That's your special one. Um, so not everybody, not every normie in society is a photographic eidetic memory savant. So that's a mental power that I have that not all people have. Is it always going to be correct though? Well, as I said before, I don't have the sports almanac from 2000. I don't have the time machine to go back in time and fix everything that's wrong or unpleasant or uh, twisted or dark or evil or what the mistakes or whatnot. I can't. I cannot break the laws of physics at this point, as far as I know. Um, so number two is the question Fox Bet Super Six app is: what would be the outcome of the Oklahoma Sooners versus UTEP Miners on Saturday? I assume that means the University of Texas at El Paso. Uh, so I'm going to go with the Sooners by 33 plus points, even though that was not a popular. A lot of people want to go mid range. They don't want to go balls deep. They don't want to go balls in because that's scary. That's like going to outer space. It's scary. It's scary to go. I mean, what if there's an alien comes out of the fucking UFO and it's like, and you don't want that shit to happen to you. So you don't want to die out there with no oxygen and your power system's failing and you're just gonna be a floating skeleton out there. No chance for goodbyes or you're just fucked. No chance to talk with your mama one last time. There's going to be no opportunity to tell your dad or your wife you love them or whatever. You're just gone. So that's outer space. So a lot of people don't want to go balls deep. They kind of want to keep a even keel, want to keep it centered. Like, that shit balanced. I understand. Keep shit balanced. There's shit in balance in society right now. No, it's not. It's like there's all these rich people up here, and then there's middle class fucking struggling, and then there's this big fucking amount of fucking losers and poor people, right? And people on the edge, people in the homeless camps and shit. So it's like social stratification, like the pyramid is skewed hard, badly. So I said Sooners because that's what most of the data said. Oklahoma. So go Oklahoma. Try to get me that. I'm your Oklahoma. Cherokee Nation, baby. Yeah. Cherokee Nation. Spirits of the American Indian. So you got a presidency that tries to bring all these foreigners and just opens up the floodgates to Latin from Latin America, and it's just a fucking disaster on the Texas border and all the Arizona, California, New Mexico. It's a fucking disaster. It really is. So it's bad. Yeah. Which market will finish Friday by 4 p.m. Eastern with the worst close. So the markets have been down. Why? Because people have been down, right? I mean, there's a Wuhan Chinese laboratory plague. There's really deep political identity divisions for the character and the flavor and the soul of the future of the United States of America. So there's a pretty deep polarization on that front. Um, so a lot of people are unhappy. The imagine that you're a commoner or a peasant, and there's a big high king, and he comes out and he tells the kingdom, the people that are his subjects or not in a high position as him, and he goes out to the fucking thing, and he goes out to the podium, and it's Star Wars: The Last Jedi, atrocious Snoke throne room with the dark deep red, and he tells the peasants that half of them are enemies of the king, and he's going to sick soldiers on them. How do, how do you expect that's going to go over for the American public? It's not going over well. Okay, it's not inspiring anybody to be unified or back the ruling party. It's doing the opposite of that. So if the Democrats expected to retain power, they're blowing it hard. But I'm glad they're blowing it because that's less work that I have to do to get Trump DeSantis elected in 2024. So um, it's just I'm going to just vote all conservatives and Republicans. It doesn't matter if Joe Biden says they're all bad. It doesn't matter to me because I'll just vote all the Democrats out. You know, this is Texas, baby. Y'all fucking in Washington D.C. think y'all gonna push around Texas? I mean, fucking they got to be high. They got to be on something. Really. Ah, um, so let's look at the Yahoo Finance. That's where I get my financial information. So the Nasdaq has been down most of the week, and look, I looked at the data. Why do I put stuff in notebooks? Well, I don't want you. I do have a photographic eidetic memory, and I'm pretty creative, and I'm quite intelligent, and I don't want people out there, some random monkey, stealing my ideas. And I'll give you an idea, an example of a random monkey. So there's Travis Scott, right? Jacques Bermond Webster the second. So in Houston, we had this Six Flags theme park. It was called Astroworld, and this is the this is like a prime example of intellectual thievery. Um, so this was a beloved theme park that millions, thousands of Texans went to, and Houstonians, my fellow Houstonians, Texans, um, fellow Southerners and Americans, and we enjoyed this Astro World for many years. Ray Hoffines and the Astrodome, the eighth wonder of the world, and the Astro World theme park. So in 2006, Astroworld goes defunct and bankrupt. Why? Families don't feel safe there anymore. There's complaints about the politically correct language is that there's unruly customers. What does that mean? misbehaved, unruly customers. What does that mean, though? And if you take all the woke bullshit off of it, what does that mean? Minorities moved in. That's what that meant. The white people left. That's basically what. So it's also bad management from the company that took over Six Flags. The cost of maintaining the park from the 60s all the way in the 21st century, it's too much money to upkeep. There was a lack of investment in new rides, a lot of stuff. So the Astroworld name goes totally defunct. Travis Scott is born 30 years ago, Jacques Vermont Webster II. And so he decides, well, yeah, I'm just going to be just another guy in the hood, dude. Another guy, another black guy in a Houston hood. I'm not going to have a future, maybe at the local Popeyes or something, at the local Taco Bell, but I'm not gonna be living the high life in my mansion with the pools and the hot bitches. And, I'm not gonna be making cheddar. So it's like, well, what do? Yeah, Drake's boosting my career and as a professional rapper, as a hip hop, as a rapper. Uh, but I need something though. I need a big. What do, man? Oh, I remember going to Astroworld when it was all thuggish and hoodish. Oh, I miss those days. Just me and my fellow Afros going around being unruly in Astroworld. I miss that was my fun childhood. Childhood memories, riding the roller coasters. And it's like, oh, Six Flags doesn't own Astroworld. Oh, they just abandoned it like a cancer, like an old car. Just abandoned it in a fucking, just left it derelict like some ancient ruin. Then, oh, oh, but surely somebody must own this. Oh, the corporation that owned this, they they don't exist anymore. And then what else? And it's like, well, Warner Brothers used to license their. Well, surely Warner Brothers must own the rights to Astroworld, right? No. So he was able, to be business and creative minded to know that, hey, like, well, I could use Astroworld, and I could use people's nostalgia for Astroworld as a financial. I could weaponize the financial part of it, and then I can have my fucking tight ass lifestyle. Genius. So it's genius from a business perspective, but it's also disingenuous. It's also offensive to native Houstonians and those decades of people that went to Astroworld because it's kind of. But he got away with it. Okay, he stole something that was derelict that people had kind of written off as dead, and he used that to prop up his rap career until the third Astroworld Festival was the 10 people were trampled and yeah, he's gonna try to make a comeback. He made it into the country club, smoking cigars with Michael Jordan. I'm somebody important. I belong in this golf club. I belong with the Rich brothers. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Everybody wants to get in that country club, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people do. Get in that country club, be hanging with Jordan and Charles Barkley and shit. Sounds fun. It does. Go to Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Hey, what's up, Trump? Hey, I love it. What's up? Look, it's the press over there. What's up, man? Hey, I'm gonna go play tennis with these Slovenian girls. You want to play later? It'd be good for you, man. You can't just be sitting around eating fucking McDonald's all the time, bro. I know you don't give a shit anymore, but come on, let's go. Let's go play a few sets. It'd be good. It'd be good for our health, man. I got this quarter pounder, dude. You want some fries with that? I said, like, Trump, dude, you got like $3 million. Why don't you just go buy a McDonald's, right? Like, why don't you just go buy McDonald's Trump and have like instead of the golden arches, it'll be like your head or something. Welcome to McDonald's Trump, man. Take your order. It's like all the kids get a free MAGA hat or something. I can see the marketing for this shit already, already happening. Um, so the stock markets rock because people are like, what? Why is the FBI and the DOJ raiding a former president of the United States of America, especially like an American icon of real estate, New York real estate? It's like, what the fuck? But most Americans are like, what in the hell is this bullshit? So Americans are angry and they're upset and they're tired, tired of the bullshit. They're tired of the bullshit. The circus, the clowns, the swamp in D.C. They're just had enough of it. And they're going to vote Republican and conservative and Trump just to spite these people that have been agitating us for the last 2 years or so, or well, longer than that, for decades. So, you think the defeat of Hillary Clinton was bad? The defeat of the Democrats in uh, November 2022 and 2024 is going to be epic. Um, so Nasdaq's still down. Let's see. It's before 4 p.m. So, all right. So it's negative 101. One and we're having some fun in the bedroom. It's like from the Kinks. All of the night. Oh, I'd like to be with you forever. So what happened was they had the Kinks song all day and all night, and Van Halen redid it and everything, Eddie Van Halen, and then so the kids in the '80s they started making dirty songs with dirty lyrics. So it was like 2 and 2, we're ready to screw. There was also like a Kinks extended version where he kind of raps on it, kind of too. Get some Rhapsody in there and bust out some poetic flows on it. I dug it, but you got to be a real Kinks fan to love all that extra bonus B-side stuff. You got to be a hardcore Kinks fan. I am, so it was no big deal. It was awesome. But um, well, at 3 and 3, I saw her titties. It was fun. So the kids would keep on singing it because back in the day, people had to be like real creative because they didn't have all the apps and all the computer phones and shit like that. People had to like sing to each other. They had to like write poems and they had to draw on paper and they had to like come up with a way to make this shit bearable. And that's the way they do it, like dirty songs. And some of the Jingle Bells, Batman's. Oh god, Batman smells. That was Robin laid an egg, and that was a great song. In the oh well, grade school's over now. School's out. We're in adulthood now. Don't think about that shit. It is funny to think about all the songs though. But yeah. You're just studying it from a historian's perspective, of course. Uh, non biased, impartial. Justice is blind with the scales of balance. Um, so 101 negative 101 in the Nasdaq, and everything else. The stock market's down. S&P 500's down. Um, so there's definitely an uncertainty that Americans feel in the future of not only their personal selves but also their families and their friends, and their community. They're worried about the entire right, the entire republic itself, for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty, and justice for all. God bless America. Best of success, of course. Um, so question number 4 is last question. 3 was Nasdaq. How many major league away teams will win on Saturday? Well, we have to establish which teams are away. Um, give it away, give it away, give it away now. You know that was coming because that's Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I know you're a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. That's what my dad looked like, right? Like Anthony Kiedis. Yeah, he must have some Native American blood in there because he's kind of tan. That's a good thing about being Native American, partially, is that the tans are fucking awesome, bro. Like, if you're pure Scottish, Irish, or English, fucking the sun just fucking bakes your ass, you know. You just get that white sunburn that's like the red fucking that pale shit. And like if you're me, if you got like the Cherokee Nation, dude, you go out there, yeah, you burn just like other white people do, but get get these fucking rad ass tans, dude. Yeah. So you still fear the sun, like sun cancer, overexposure, etc., like painful sores, all this stuff, but not as much as the 120% pure Anglo-Saxon Caucasians do. So you don't fear it as much as them. Uh, those are the people that are going to do like the weekend at Bernie's and put on the fucking shades and put on a ridiculous amount of sunscreen and shirt, covering up their body and under a big umbrella in the dark, and closing that shit down. Um, so there's 30 teams playing. I'm sorry, 15 teams playing. I'm sorry. There's 15 games, 30 teams. So there's 15 games and 30 teams. So that means half are going to win and half are going to lose. So I picked 8+ teams will win. I'm optimistic that 8+ away teams are going to win. Just like Star Trek, the away team. Let's get an away team together. I think mostly in the original series they called it the landing party a lot, and then they just started to call it away team all the time. In the Star Trek Next Generation, they abandoned kind of they wanted to abandon stuff that sounded old. Is basically what they wanted to do. So it sounded like we're sending our away teams to the planet instead of like let's sending our landing party. It's kind of like our party, like it's boring. Like we're going to a restaurant party at 7. Stevenson, welcome to the steakhouse. Sounds kind of boring. Like you're going out to a restaurant, right? Party of 4. Your table is available. Uh, is there no Jones? Jones party is not here? Where are the Millers? It's boring. Right? Of course that's boring. But so they want to say it's the away team, like it's the A team going to explore the new fucking planet with the aliens and God knows what is in there in that new. I mean, planets have different time periods, different epochs, different geological scales, different everything. You never get bored exploring solar systems and galaxies and the universe. So I put 8 teams plus. I could be wrong because I'm not Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. Um, yeah, I could be wrong. Sure. Well, that's why they call it gambling, folks. It's like so the designers of this game know the biggest human flaw is what that we can't tell the future. Yeah. So if I smoke every day, 2 packs a day, what's my future gonna look like? Emphysema, COPD, yeah, big tumor in my throat, heart attack, stroke, big tumor in my throat. So I knew a guy who smoked all the time, and his last year of his life at 65 was spent in his bed. He had the tumor growing, and he couldn't fucking breathe, or he couldn't even eat. The tumor was so big. I don't want a tumor so big in my throat where I can't even fucking eat, dude. That's the joy of life. The joy of life is like not just like bitches and money and shit. It's it's just like something simple, man. Just the ability to fucking eat shit that people probably take for granted in this country anyway. So with all this abundance of amber waves of grain and purple mountain majesties, out there in the west they have a water shortage. Water in Jackson, Mississippi, because of inept Democrats and liberal policies, they don't have water because of bad weather and they weren't prepared. And
I would want to run an African American predominantly city where black people are mad at me because there's no water. I mean, even being black ain't gonna save your ass in that situation. You got people driving around can't get fucking water in first world country. What is this shit? First world country, you can't get fucking baby shortage for your babies. What is this shit? I mean, just ask yourself, what is the fuck is going on? Who is running the fucking show here? Like, why is this shit all fucking terrible? Why is this shit happening? Because well, it's the Biden Harris administration. It's the Democrats. What do you think you're going to get? You're going to get bankruptcy, high taxes, high inflation, high gas, and uh, product shortages. Major ones, critical ones. Um, so, well, I hope you like what you got when you voted for Joseph R. Biden. Hope you like your package there. Hope you enjoyed that. So, I didn't vote for Joe Biden, so I'm never going to, or any other Democrat for that matter. Um, but I hope the people that did are having a great time. I really do. But I'll be with the 75 to 80 million people that have voted for Donald Trump DeSantis in 2024. So, question number 5 is which of the following cities will have the highest pollen count on Saturday, the 3rd? Okay. So, with the forecast of the pollen, I've gathered that Wichita, Kansas. I track the days, of course. Yeah, I put on notebooks so that no monkey out there could steal it. No corporation, no government, no. My mind is it's its own category of intelligence. It's like its own life form. It's part of the human species, yes. It's part of the United States, yes. But it is not owned by the. It is not owned by a corporation, except my own corporation, myself. So I'm part of. Yes, I'm a citizen of the United States of America. Of course, I was born here in Houston, Texas. Great city, great state. You know, it's which of the following cities? Oh, hey, hey, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'm just finishing up my food show. Thank you so much. Oh, um, which of the following cities will have the highest pollen count on Saturday? Bismarck. I'm sorry, Wichita, Kansas. Okay, had the highest level, 10.8. That's what I put. Um, all right, and then number 6. Who finished best at the Cookout Southern 500? NASCAR racing. I put Kyle Larson. He got number 2 last year. I think he's gonna be hungry. He's gonna be number 1. Most of the Vegas betting odds say that. So that's Quiz Show, Quiz Pro, Eidetic Memory Savant, Scott Wheeler. Um, photographic memory. Yeah, it's just like you see every detail. Like you go to the store, and it's like you see all the people, and you see what they look like and what they're saying, and you remember their attitudes, and you remember what they like and what they don't like, and you just put a it's a it's a photographic memory. It's a picture in your head, and you can replay that and go back and look again because the memory doesn't die. Because the human brain is quite powerful if you choose to use it correctly, properly. You can enjoy a cornucopia of success. So I may not have my own Travis Scott, Donald Trump mansion yet, but I can certainly see me putting together something like that for sure, having the ability to. So God bless, best of success, and that's the quiz show for today. Peace. Let's go.